Being a new player in Grand Theft Auto Online can be rather painful for many reasons. The fact that you don't have any weapons, the fact that you are locked by the level that you are at to purchase upgrades or really customize any vehicles you own unless you own an auto shop, the fact that you don't have businesses and ways of earning passive income. And while there are a lot of guides out there breaking into how to make money as a beginner, most of them fall short on the advice of what vehicles to have, how to get these vehicles for free, snacks, armor. These are all things that newer players need to know and understand that really aren't broken into. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing a full guide on how to be earning millions of dollars without owning a single property and with only spending around probably $20,000 to $30,000 in game. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off, we have the vehicle I am currently driving. This is the Duke O' Death, and it is one of the most armored vehicles in the game. And what's incredible about it is that it is absolutely free. You might be saying, what the heck are you talking about? How do I get this vehicle for free? Well, it's very simple. Go onto your phone and scroll over to Warstock. Then press sort by price, and voila, you will see the Duke O' Death right at the top of your screen. For every player, whether you are on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, you have access to the Duke O' Death for free. All you need to do is press buy it now and send it to the garages that you own. You can even purchase multiple of them if you really want. Now, while you may not be able to upgrade the Duke O' Death, as a beginner, guess what? It comes with all the things that you're going to want. First of all, it has bulletproof tires automatically equipped, meaning that you don't even need to worry about ever getting your tires popped or shot out by the cops. The armor on the vehicle is very, very good. We can see that it is completely bullet resistant, and yeah, you're not going to have to worry about really being shot. So it's got armor, it's got bulletproof tires, and it can survive multiple explosions. Plus, it's decently fast, and the best part is that because it weighs a lot, it sends vehicles out of your way very quickly. Plus, if you ever do plan on being in a free mode session, it can also survive multiple explosions once you get it fully upgraded with armor. I think without the armor upgrades, it only survives one explosion, but that's still pretty good. Making our way into ammunition is going to be one of the first steps you're going to want to accomplish when being a new player, because you need to get new weapons. Having weapons is obviously really important. As a new player, you are going to be locked to certain weapons that you can purchase. The one I would recommend is the bullpup rifle. It's incredibly cheap. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get all the upgrades on it, but we're not going to upgrade it either. All we have is the extended clip, a suppressor, and a basic paint job. I would always recommend to put a suppressor on one of your main weapons you're going to use. Some other weapons that are pretty good, I would definitely recommend maybe something like a carbine. This is something that's going to be pretty solid. Again, put a suppressor on whatever weapon you're going to use. Scopes, grips don't really matter all too much. An extended clip is really also all you're going to need. And congratulations, you have a fully kitted out weapon. The only other thing that might be pretty good is some sort of shotgun. An assault shotgun is going to be locked by your level, but something as simple as a pump shotgun won't be. So buy a pump shotgun, again, put a suppressor on it, and that's really all you need to do. Congratulations, now you've spent maybe $15,000 to $20,000 and you have a bunch of weapons. While you are inside ammunition, if you walk over to some of the walls, you can purchase armor or outfits. I actually need to get a better outfit, but you can purchase armor while inside of ammunition. We can actually see that armor right over here. So if you want to purchase some super light armor, you can. And if you want to get some heavy or, any types of armor, this is where you can purchase those armor plates. If you go into your interaction menu, you go to health and ammo and body armor, you can see all of your armor listed here, and then you will be able to automatically equip it when you are being shot at. Same for snacks. Make sure that you have all of your snacks completely filled out. This is how many snacks you can get. 10 Sprunk, Ego Chaser. Now, I should mention that some snacks aren't going to actually give you anything, like Blue Terre de Champagne isn't going to give you any benefit. Smokes aren't either, and neither is the beer. But in general, you will be able to get a lot of health back. If you're holding down the weapon fire button, I'm not sure what this is called. I mean, for me, it's the LB button, left bumper. But depending on what you play on. If you're playing on PC, it's a different button. Point being, if you hold down the weapon wheel, you'll see at the top of your screen all the way, I don't know how to point because my camera is mirrored, but all the way at the top it says eat a snack and to use armor. So if you press those buttons while you have your weapon wheel up, you can instantly heal and use your snacks. And by the way, you might be asking, well, what about ammo? I don't have much ammo. You can see I only have around 300 bullets right now. Well, that's very easy to solve. If you go into your interaction menu and you go to health and ammo, you can see the ammo tab, and if you are missing ammo, you can purchase it inside of this tab. You scroll to all, and you can purchase all of the missing ammo that you currently don't have, and it's an easy way to fix any issues that you are arriving with. So once you've refilled your snacks, once you've grabbed some armor, and once you have obviously gotten your Duco Death, and you have some decent weapons, as I recommend, I really like the Bullpup Rifle or the Carbon. Both of these are really solid. You also want some sort of pistol. I would recommend either an AP pistol or a machine pistol. And for shotguns, you can either use a heavy shotgun or a pump shotgun. These are all going to be really good options, and they are going to get the job done. And you can see that my character, by the way, is a low level, so you can get these upgraded as well. Point being, in general, this should be really easy to do. I would always recommend to purchase super heavy armor when starting up one of these jobs. So now we arrive to what the actual mission we're doing is, which is the Cluckin Bell farm raid. I kind of skipped over that. My brain blanked there. But where I went on the map, there's a big old golden V for Vincent. He's going to call you on the phone, and then you're going to go through a bit of a cutscene at the police station, and then you're able to start up the Cluckin Bell farm raid. Now, there are 6 jobs in total for the Cluckin Bell farm raid, and most of them are pretty dang easy. With the Duco Death, life is incredibly easy. So we're going to drive over to location A. Once we get here, there are going to be a bunch of armed guys. So all you're going to do is apparently get your vehicle stuck here, but it's not too big of a problem. Just make sure that your Duco Death is somewhere that you can get to it pretty quickly, and you're going to make your way over here. You only need to kill really a couple of these guys, knock them down. It's really not too much of a big deal, because you can enter the building without even attacking them. You can see that I did that right there. I just ran right into the building. These people inside here are very easy to deal with. You just shoot them a little bit, and they're dead. And then you just start looting. Usually if you kill those 2 guys, there are more that are going to spawn, and we can actually see that on the mini-map right now. But again, not too big of a deal. We're just going to grab the cash, and we will be out of this first money laundering plant. This first mission should literally only take you a couple minutes to do, maybe 5 minutes at max. Even as a new player, this should be really, really basic stuff. And as I mentioned, if you need snacks or armor, all you need to do is take a quick break, go into your interaction menu, and either equip them there or pull up your weapon wheel. In fact, we can see that I'm a little bit low on armor right now. So once we're done grabbing this money, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my weapon wheel, and I'm going to press my horn button, and there you go. I now have my armor fully refilled. The reason you want to do this is because I didn't kill all the people outside. I'm just going to simply ignore them, eat some snacks, put on some armor, and run inside of my vehicle. Unfortunately, that dumpster is in front of my door, but we can see just how easy snacks are to abuse. Normally, I would have been dead there immediately, plastered against the wall. But because of the fact I was able to use snacks and armor, I saved myself from dying, and now we are able to make our way over to location B. Location B is a bit more forgiving because of the fact you can just drive your vehicle right on in. So you just want to shoot a couple people that are going to be around where you are entering the building. We can see he's dead, just going to reload, and there you go. Then I'm just going to park my car in a way that I can very quickly get out and run inside of the building. We can see I'm a little bit low on health, but it's really not too big of a deal. The people inside are always very easy to deal with, and it's going to spawn you in this little area here. So I'm just going to pull out my pump shotgun, and we're going to shoot him and him. And there you go. Now we start looting once again. Another little fun fact about looting is once you are in the animation, we can see here my character's in the animation. If you press the pause button while you're looting, the character is going to keep doing it and you don't have to repeatedly spam the button, which is a little bit nicer. You can see I got no hands right now and my character finished looting. So it's just kind of an easy way to make life a little bit simpler when stealing the cash. So that guy got back up. By the way, when you're in the looting animation here, the bad guys around you or whatever, they're not going to attack you. They only attack you when you're outside of this animation, which is kind of goofy when you think about it, but it's also really nice. So if you're ever getting shot at, you can literally just ignore them, go over to the next one, start getting the cash, and he's just going to sit there and, give me a moment, bro. Let me just grab the cash. He actually might die before we get it. He's already hurt, we can see. I mean, I did shoot him in the chest. Yeah, he actually died. That's great. I mean, we did blast him in the chest with a shotgun after all, so I can't imagine you'd live that long. But there you go. So again, before we leave, let's eat some snacks, let's grab some armor, and now we're going to exit the money laundering plant. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hop right inside our Duco Death. We're going to ignore all the people here. A lot of beginners think, oh, I need to kill all the bad guys around me. Nope. Ignore them, leave in your armored vehicle, and congratulations, you have finished the mission. You can see just how easy this is to deal with. Now, the game will usually spawn enemies on you. We can see one of those red dots driving around. But the great thing about the Duco Death, as I mentioned, is that because because it's quite a heavy vehicle. For example, we got this Coquette in front of me, and look at that. I mean, we send the vehicle right out of our way. And here's a good example. That's a car that has bad guys in it. Look at that. I mean, we send the car right into a wall, and we continue driving like nothing even happened. That's one of the great examples of why the Duco Death is so good for these missions, especially if you're a beginner, is because even if you do crash a bit or you get slowed down, usually it's not going to affect you at all. Again, great example here. We got another enemy vehicle, and I mean, look at this. They don't even stand a chance. You just push them right out of the way. So, just like that, we have delivered our first goods. So, just like that, we have passed the first mission. Now, you might wonder why you don't get paid for completing these missions, and that is because you only get the payout when you finish the last one for $500,000. This is a really quick storyline to get through in general. It should only take you around 30 to 35 minutes once you get it down, which is actually pretty nice. Not only that, but I should mention that if you haven't completed this yet and you are a beginner, you're going to get $750,000 for your first time completion, which is really, really solid. There is going to be a cooldown for completing the Cluckin Bell farm raid. It's around, I think, an hour cooldown, but honestly, it's not too bad. With that hour cooldown, you can obviously do some other methods of earning money, which we'll talk about more at the end of the video. To start up the next mission, all you need to do is wait for Vincent to call you on the phone, say the next setup is ready, and then go back to the same location at the police station and start it up. Once again, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to purchase all of our ammo. You can see I already have super heavy armor equipped, as I didn't lose it from equipping it in our last job. And now we start again. If you do get low on snacks, I would always recommend a refill. If you don't have a building or some sort of area where you can restock your snacks easily, you can always make your way to a 24/7 and pick them up there. If we go to health and ammo and snacks, we can see that I still have quite a bit left though, so it's really not too much of an issue for me at all. So this next mission actually has 3 parts. The second mission is by far the longest and most complex to complete. There are a lot of different things we have to do. First of all, we're going to make our way over to the docks, and we are going to steal a laptop. This part is really easy and really shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. Once you make your way over to the fairgrounds, all you need to do is look for somebody with a laptop. It's pretty easy. They'll actually send you a picture of what the person looks like as well. He's got a blue shirt on. In fact, we can see him right here. And that took me, what, like literally 10 seconds to do. You'll see his laptop on a table, and you're just going to steal the laptop. He's going to get mad at you. Don't even care. Like, oh no, what will I ever do? Darn. Goodbye. Yeah, that's literally as simple as it is. The first part of this mission is super duper easy. Then, once you have stolen the laptop, you're going to make your way over to the Terabyte. Once you make your way over to the Terabyte, the game's going to give you a big old circle where you need to search for it. Thankfully, you can hear the drones from like 2 miles away. I can literally hear the drones from where I currently am, and they are right around this corner. You can also see the drones flying from the street if you do pay close enough attention, so this part should be pretty easy to complete. I don't know how we haven't killed that drone yet. There you go. 1 and 2 drones down. It's going to spawn a bunch of drones on you, and they are going to start shooting, so you do want to be a little bit careful, but for the most part, they're pretty easy to deal with. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. It's going to spawn 1 more set of drones. Oh, 1 actually landed on me. Yeah, if the drones land on you, they will kind of knock you down. But again, it's not too big of a deal. We're just going to shoot them out of the sky. And once we clear this final drone, we are going to be able to enter the Terabyte. This part should be really easy. After entering the Terabyte, you are going to grab the hacking device, and then we are going to use this hacking device to steal a train. I know, it's kind of goofy. There's also a weapon that does spawn inside of the Terabyte, so if you do want to try out another weapon, you can grab it there. So now what we're going to have to do is make our way all the way down to the Merryweather docks, and you're going to see that on my map in just a moment when Vincent stops talking to us. You can see the location we are currently heading to. Now this part might be a little challenging as a beginner just because you do need to clear a lot of cartel members. I would highly recommend to stay inside of your personal vehicle, and what you need to do is you need to kill cartel members and find a key card. Usually it's one of the cartel members in the center, but it's not a bad idea to clear the guys on the outer edge anyway, just because if one of them do have the key card, you know, it's nice to be near the train. Also, I almost beached my vehicle there. Okay, so let's move up. This is where the majority of the dudes we're going to be taking out are. Let's just push that truck out of our way. And let's get you. You can see how the Duco Death has pretty good armor in general against bullets. And because of that, it's very hard to actually die when using the vehicle. So, as we can see, as of now, I'm still getting a little unlucky on trying to find... Can I not kill this guy? Is this fence like bulletproof? There you go. I was losing my mind. But you can see that the Duke of Death is a very well armored vehicle. I don't think we can drive through the snow, but we got you. And we got some other guys right over here. Let's knock you down. And there you go. We got the key card. So let's just clear these guys around me. Then what we're going to do is we're going to hop out of our Duke real quick and get back in it. And then we're going to drive over to the train. And because we already killed the guys near the train, oops, didn't mean to crash into that pole there. But because we already killed the guy right next to the train, we just need to hop out of our vehicle very quickly. And just like that, we've basically completed this mission. The rest of this mission is super simple. All you're going to do is drive the train. You're going to press right on the D-pad if you're playing on consoles, or whatever the button is the game tells you on PC. And then, that's about it. I mean, literally, that's about it. You cannot die while driving the train. So we're just going to skip past this part and move our way on to the next mission. I feel like if you're struggling on this, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, well, this mission may be an easy one to complete. I had to restart it from start to finish because of the fact, it didn't finish the mission. I just kept driving and driving and driving through the tunnel, and the game never ended. So I literally had to restart my entire Grand Theft Auto Online. This is now the second time doing the Cluckin Farm Raid has crashed my GTA. Oh boy, we love Rockstar and their amazing game software. Either way, we are now going to make our way back over to Vincent and start up the next setup. Now, the next two setups are a little bit different than the rest, and that is because of the fact you have options on where you want to go, where you get to pick different takes and targets on what you're going to do when making your way through the mission. I would recommend just to go to the closest target, especially as a beginner, because you don't really need to use the weaponry all too much, and you'll see what I mean as we make our way through. Taking a look at the map, we can see there are 3 different locations for the weapons and gear mission. We have A, B, all the way off in the frickin' water, and then C, all the way up at Sandy Shores Airfield. By far the best location is A. First of all, it's only about 1.5 miles away from where you spawn in, making it a fairly easy drive. But as I mentioned before, it's just much more painful to have to literally go across the map to either Sandy Shores or all the way into the ocean to grab your weapons. When, in general, the weapons really don't matter if you ask me. All you need is a suppressed weapon, which you do get from this location we're heading to, because that's all you have to do. You're going to make your way through the entire area stealthed, as you're going to see in the finale, and it's very easy to make your way through the building stealthed. So you really shouldn't need any weapon that's crazy, and that's why it doesn't really matter too much on your weapon loadout. Now, if you plan to go in full speed ahead, then sure. Then maybe going for something more aggressive with a shotgun, like going over to location C, might be the best option for you. But I would recommend doing these missions stealthed. It makes life much easier, it makes the missions faster, and it's just not as frustrating. So, we are in the Duke of Death, and as I've mentioned before, the Duke of Death just makes life so easy, and that's because of the fact we can just clear all these people in front of us. So you're dead, and you're dead. And clearing these 2 guys, all we're going to do is hop out of our car and grab the gear right in front of us. However, looks like that dead body just broke my door. That kind of sucks, not gonna lie. This guy's a crowbar. Anybody with a crowbar is always a threat. Not just a crowbar, but anybody that's running towards your car is a threat because they're going to try and kick you out of the vehicle. So then what we're going to do is we are going to open up after we get this guy cleared. There you go. So we're going to go into our interaction menu, health and ammo, eat some snacks really quickly, just so we're full health. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hop out of our car very briefly and go to the back trunk of this vehicle. When you are opening the trunk, as we can see, people don't shoot at you. So then we're just going to get into cover very briefly, and let's pull out our assault weapon, and, well, you're dead. And let's run over to this trunk and do the same thing again. They're not going to attack me while I'm in this animation. And there you go, we have the gear. So all we need to do now is run, eat some snacks, and hop into our car. There you go. That was super easy to complete. So we've got the equipment, and we've got both the weapons and the gear after searching the trunks. And now we have to drive 1.6 miles, and we've completed this mission. That literally took me like 2 minutes to do from start to finish. The next mission is going to involve you doing the exact same thing. Instead of grabbing weapons, we are going to be grabbing a car. But this is honestly the easiest and fastest of the missions to complete. The reason why is because of the fact the area, the location we're going to go to, allows you to take the car in literally about 5 seconds of work and you're gone. So once again, there's going to be 3 locations placed in front of you. Now it doesn't even matter if you steal a car or not. Like, I wish you could just skip this mission because I usually end up stealing a street car, which you'll actually see when we do the finale. But you'll notice once again, 3 locations. We are going to once again go to location A. It looks like it's far away, but in reality it's only about 1.8 miles, so it's a pretty quick drive. Should only take you about a minute or so to get there. So once you make your way over to the location, it's going to say search for the car. But you don't need the search because you're watching my video. We can see in front of me, we got a garage here. And if we take a look at this garage, you will notice that there is this metal box on the roof here. If you shoot that box, it's going to break, and there you go. There's the car. So just like that, we have completed the entire mission. All we have to do now is drive 3.47 miles, and we are done. The other good thing about location A is that it is the closest to the getaway garage, which means that you also have to drive a less of a distance. The mission's kind of annoying because you do just have to drive and drive and drive for the most part, but in general, it's really easy to complete and pretty nice. So yeah, not too bad at all. After completing the steel car mission, the game is going to spawn you all the way off in China due to the fact that this is where your last location was. So my recommendation when doing this is just set your spawn location to any one of the garages you own. Usually when you start the game off, the game will give you a couple free garages, and as we can see, I own some properties and garages in the city. So if I set my spawn location to Tinseltown and I press find new session and go into an invite only lobby, the game is going to take about 5-10 seconds to swoop me down, and just like that, I'm now in the city. This is way faster than obviously driving, especially because if you are a new player, you don't have access to flying vehicles. Nobody wants to spend 4 to 5 minutes of their life driving. So yeah, just set your spawn location to a garage or something of yours, and it'll be way faster. Trust me. This next mission is actually the only challenging one out of the bunch. It's challenging because if you make mistakes, they will come back to haunt you later when doing the finale. Let me explain. We are going to have to make our way into a heavily guarded area, almost like a mini heist. And in that area, you need to steal a key card and then also disconnect a bunch of Cluckin trucks. Doing this, you also need to unplug the CCTV cameras, and if you alert the guards, kill all of them before they call, I don't know, the gang or the cartel. Because if you get alerted and you don't kill enough guards fast enough, or you don't get rid of the CCTV footage, what's going to end up happening is the game is going to make it so that when you do the actual Cluckin farm raid, you are instantly known and they're going to instantly start shooting at you, which just makes the whole thing a lot more challenging. So as you can see, we've hacked the first van. Now we're just going to drive away from that van. It does not matter if you actually kill the people in it. All you want to do is hack the vans as fast as possible. So we're going to make our way over here and squeeze on through. Now, after getting rid of the second van, what I would recommend to do is kill the people. And the reason why is because they are going to drop some Cluckin outfits. So you're going to see we're going to hack it, and while we're hacking it, let me shoot through this glass very briefly, and there you go. We've killed both of the people, we're done hacking, and we can see after we finished hacking, this little duffel bag's going to spawn. Walk up to the duffel bag, right on the D-pad, and there you go. Now we have access to the Cluckin outfit. So now we just have to drive 0.45 miles over to the cartel's garage, and this is where it becomes a little bit challenging. So let's drive over there. First of all, got to run over two motorcyclists. We can't run that one over. You know what? We'll get this guy. Oh, he juked me. Bro actually, like, juked me hella good there. Okay, well, we're going to make our way over to the garage, and you can just drive your vehicle right over to the yellow waypoint. It's going to kick you out of your car and instantly spawn you in. It's way faster than, you know, stopping your car. So, now that we are inside of the cartel's garage, there are some people you need to kill and some people you don't. This guy, you can kill him, but it really doesn't matter. People I would recommend killing. First of all, we have this guy here. Very easy to get rid of. Does this have a suppressor? No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, I thought it had a suppressor. Looks like it doesn't. Well, this is what happens if you make a mistake. I was going to say, I was gonna say we're gonna do the stealth, but I guess not. I mean, doing this mission either way is really easy. All you need to do is get rid of the camera if you're doing it stealthed, and make sure that you take out the guys that are near the areas you're going. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a doofus, and didn't realize the weapon I had pulled out did not have a suppressor on it, so that's kind of my fault. It's because my main character has a suppressor on his weapon, but obviously I'm not playing him with my main character. But you can see you have plenty of time to take out witnesses. So if you do actually piss off the cartel, it's pretty easy to just clear every single person in here. There's one dude left, and apart from that, we will be done. So let's squeeze through here, and I see his little forehead pokings. There you go. We've taken out all the witnesses. Then what you want to do, no matter what, is make your way into this room here and wipe the CCTV footage. The reason why is because even if you don't, the game's still going to screw you. So make sure you wipe this footage. It's one thing I did not know about the first time I did this, and it royally screwed me over when making my way through. Then, I don't know if this actually affects anything, but just shoot the camera off the wall. It doesn't really hurt. So now we're just going to make our way to each of these trucks and unplug. I don't know what we're unplugging exactly, but we're unplugging something which disables them. You're just going to have to do this to all 4 of the trucks. And we have the last truck. So after unplugging all of the delivery trucks, you are then going to make your way to get a drill. We can see one of these drills is right here on this crate. Always spawns there. After grabbing a drill, you are just going to walk into the back doors and start drilling through lockers. This can be a rather tedious thing, but you do get a little bit of money if you do have to drill through all the lockers, so it's not too big of a deal. But essentially, you're looking for an orange key card. The moment you get it, leave. Don't worry about drilling through any more of the lockers. The amount of money you make is kind of a waste. You can see the satchels there. So, yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Does take a bit of time, but there's not much I can do about it. And there you go. We got the key card. That wasn't too bad. Only had to drill through, basically 1, and we got it. So now we are simply going to leave the cartel's garage. If you have done what I did here, and you alert the guards, but you still kill them all before they get back to the cartel, and you wipe out the CCTV footage, you will still be completing the heist undetected, which is really good. Obviously, you don't want to be doing it pissing off the cartel. So now all we're going to do, I was going to drive that car over to the truck, but I realized the truck was this close. So if you've done everything properly, the game's going to have you steal the flatbed with the Cluckin crates. If you've done it incorrectly, and you have alerted the guards, there's going to be people that spawn on you and try to kill you. Now we arrive to the finale. This has been a pretty easy day so far, and you can see just how simple these missions really are to complete even as a beginner. A lot of people were complaining about the fact that the Cluckin farm raid missions weren't that challenging, and the fact that, you know, it really isn't that exciting of a business. However, for a newer player, people are forgetting that this is one of the best ways to earn money. And I think that's what really Rockstar was trying to hit home here, is the fact that this heist is so easy for newer players to complete. They give you weapons, so you don't need to even use your personal weapons. You don't need to worry about ammo. And not only that, but the missions themselves are super easy, apart from the one where you have to go to the cartel's garage. And even that one, if you make a mistake like I did, is still super easy. It took me, what, like 3-4 minutes to do the whole job? So now we're actually starting the finale. We're inside of the Cluckin crate, and you do get a suppressed weapon. I think our pistol is suppressed, if I'm not mistaken, so we shouldn't have to worry about snacks or anything. I'd still recommend to carry snacks, but as we can see, our pistol does have a suppressor, a combat pistol. Our other weapons do not have suppressors, so it's only our pistol. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this guy very quickly, and then we're going to open up this little door right here. So there's going to be a guy that's going to walk down, and we're simply just going to roll around the corner, and we're going to shoot him. There you go. Pretty easy stuff. You can clear these guys too if you really care, but you don't need to. It's just kind of fun to bop them in the face, though. So as you can see, we get you, and we got 2 guys in the back over here. I'm not going to worry about them right now. We got 1 guy here. There you go. And just like that, we've cleared this entire room. So now, we're going to walk over to the key card and insert it. And then we have to make our way downstairs. We've already done, not joking, 25% of the heist. That's literally how simple this heist is. After we make our way into this basement room, there's going to be 3 people. However, only 2 of them are actually armored, and because of that, we just need to walk up to this guy, melee him in the face, shoot this guy, and shoot this guy. Imagine not hearing a pistol go off in a room. I always love how games are like, yes, silenced weapons are so quiet. Like, I own guns, and I actually own a silenced weapon. Like, Literally inside my gun safe right here, I got the most American weapon ever. Like, I just love how games act like guns don't actually make noise when you shoot them, when in reality, even a suppressed weapon would still hurt your ears, especially, you know, like that's probably a 9mm we have suppressed because it's just a normal combat pistol. Maybe it's 380 ACP. It's kind of hard to tell because it is a smaller pistol. But the point being, it would still be pretty loud to a point where you would hear it and you would know, gee, that sounds kind of like a gun. I always find that funny. The only pistol that might actually be quiet would be a 22 LR suppressed, but yeah, I don't know. Either way, let's grab our Coke. Thank you very much. Again, you can do that same little trick here where you just have your character grabbing it without actually, you know, grabbing anything. And there you go. And then we're done. Okay, so we got to make our way back upstairs. Now we have to do one more looting of cocaine. We can see that our game says we have about half. So now what we're going to do is we're going to walk over here and bop you in the face. And then we're going to walk over to this key card. And we're going to do the same thing again. I mean, it's so easy to do the Cluckin Bell farm raid. It really is. So we're going to walk over to this gate. Character's going to open it. And there's going to be a couple guards in here. We got one all the way in the corner. He's dead. We got one over here. He's dead. Congrats. You've cleared this whole area. Now you have to find a crowbar. We can see a crowbar all the way back here. However, oh no, I grabbed it. Okay. So now we just got to open up these crates. So we're going to get this crate here. And as we can see, there's coke in this one. If you get the spawns I have where there's two crates opposite to each other and no crate in the middle, it's always going to be the two crates parallel. So we just open up this box here, and it should, if I'm not mistaken, have the coke inside of it. Let's see. And yes, sirree, Bob, it does. So we're going to grab this coke, and done. So just like that, we've done all the coke parts. So now we're about halfway through the heist. All we have to do is open the safe and leave. So we got some guys in front of us. Let's get you cleared. Let's get you cleared. Even if you miss them, they don't get angry at you or anything. So let's make our way over here. We got a guard all the way in the back. He's dead. He's dead. Anybody else? Not that I'm aware of so far. We got somebody over here. He's dead. You can see why I'm saying you don't really need to worry about doing this stealth. Yep, they're all dead. Okay, so now the game's going to make you look for keys, but you can see we've already found them. They're on your mini-map. If you just walk around the area, they'll usually pop up on your map. So the game's going to say either shoot the door or grab keys. You want to grab keys because shooting the door is going to alert the guards. So we're going to unlock the office door now, and it's not going to cause anything to go off. And then inside of the office, we're going to start hacking the computer. After hacking the computer, we are going to use a hacking device, and we're going to walk around to certain computers around the map. But since we've already cleared the whole area, there's really nothing we have to worry about. So you can see that our hacking device is going off, and we just need to look at where it's going off. So it's going off right over here, and that means this computer right here is the first one we need the hack. So that's 1 out of 3. Then we got to look again, see how my bars are getting a little bit bigger over here. Then that means this is the next one we need the hack. Then usually the last one is all the way over here, and done. There you go. Hacked all 3. That took me like, what, 30 seconds to do? Now we just go over to the safe. On the hacking device itself, we'll have the safe code. So it's 45928. So let's hop onto the safe. We have 45 and 92 and 8. There you go. Now, after hacking the safe, we grab some money, and we're going to leave. Now, for some reason, it still alerts the guards. All you're going to do now is you're going to pull out your weapon, you're going to shoot this device off the wall, and now we have cops on us. So at this point, we need to do one final thing, and that is leave the area. We can see that there are cops on us. We can see that there are a lot of people angry at us. So we're going to kill you. We're going to make our way through here, get rid of you. By the way, even though it has the money icon, like you're losing cash, it really doesn't matter. I wonder if we can steal a cop car. I've never actually tried this, but I'm going to see, because they do leave their doors open. So if you can, this will be way easier. No, game does not let you steal a cop car. All right, the car I was using just got its tire shot out, so we're just going to grab this one here. Should be pretty easy to use. And what we're going to do is hop on to the train rails. The train rails is by far the easiest way to lose the cops, especially if you're a beginner. For some reason, the cars that you steal are actually bugged on the train rails and don't know how to drive, but if you just get a car off the street, it drives completely fine. So driving down the train rails is going to allow you to lose the cops very easily because they really can't keep up with you, and because we're about to enter a big old tunnel, and this tunnel completely blocks the vision of the police and the helicopter. So we're just going to hop right in the tunnel, and just like that, we can sit here, we'll lose the cops, and we have completely completed the Cluckin farm raid. So yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's just so easy to do the Cluckin farm raid. It should only take you, as I said, around 30-ish to 40 minutes to do, and even as a beginner, this guide should hopefully help you out on completing it really, really quickly. So we can see that just driving down the train rails, I have lost the cops as they could no longer find me. And then all we're going to do is, once we make it over to the road, we're going to jump on down and drive the 2.6 miles to Vincent's lockup. To be completely honest, the Cluckin farm raid is one of the easiest ways to make millions in the game. And I even recommend a lot of skilled players to still mess around with this way of making money, because while you're waiting for the Cayo Perico heist cooldown, or maybe you are waiting for the Dr. Dre VIP method cooldown, this is a super, super easy way to add some extra cash into your bank account. The Cluckin farm raid really is just such an easy way to add some extra money into your bank account. And if you're a brand new player, $500,000, $750,000 for the first completion is absolutely insane. I mean, that's enough to already get you started with some early game businesses, especially if you pair it with something like the Acid Lab. So just like that, we have completed everything from start to finish, and we're done. There you go. We've completed the Cluckin farm raid. So at this point, we are going to get a $500,000 check thrown into our bank account, and we're done. So let me know in the comments if you guys learned anything from today's video and if this did help you out. If you'd like to see more beginner guides, also please let me know and consider, clicking that subscribe button. Also, I said I would mention about other alternative methods to earn some money, because there is a 48-minute cooldown. I think it's 48 minutes, could be an hour, but it's one of those two before you're able to start this up again. So if you're waiting to start up the Cluckin farm raid again, you got some other options to earn some quick cash. First of all, we've got the Pizza This jobs that were just opened all over the map. For a new player, these are actually surprisingly good. Taxi work is also another surprisingly good way of making money as a beginner. I'm not even joking. You can earn a couple $100,000 doing taxi work now, which is pretty good for the hour that you're waiting. And one other way that you can earn some quick money is doing anything like stash houses, time trials. You can't do the Bandito, but you can definitely do the base time trial. You can do G's Cash. You can just make your way around the map doing some simple jobs. Maybe a Madrazo hit if you... Well, I guess you'd have to own a bounty office for that, so that wouldn't be effective. But either way, I'd just recommend to do something like taxi work. It's a very easy way to get some extra cash. One other way is doing life and death bikes for your motorcycle club. I have a whole guide on that. I'll link it in the description. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!